So I got the DC motor running, turning the alternator great. Unfortunately there was no power coming out of the alternator, no voltage at all. And yeah, I put voltage across it, 12 volts, it started to work, but as soon as I took the 12 volts off, no power at all. So I think it was this AVR, automatic voltage regulator. The automatic voltage regulator, this guy here. So I'm going to put this in. I've put the AVR board onto the alternator, and when it ran, this thing lit up and we started getting voltage here. It doesn't tell you in the manual that the machine has to run a while before it starts putting out voltage. I didn't know that, and I was starting to think there was something wrong with the system. Anyhow, what I found was two of those 3 fuses which go to the voltage meter were burned out. So I replaced them with, now there's 3 good fuses there, 1 amp. But when I start this up and let it run, it doesn't build up the voltage. So I suspect the problem is in this circuit, of which I'm going to investigate by taking out these fuses and then see if this will light up again. So now the fuses are out the fuse box, which goes to the electrical meters, and I'm going to start this up, and if all goes well, a red light LED should start flashing there, and we'll get voltage across these terminals. Turn on the power, then come across, this is where those fuses go to. This is the electrical panel. That is not working at the moment. We'll find out why. Okay, this is the DC motor control panel, and we will turn on the resistor that goes across the contactor. We'll turn on the contactor, and then we'll get this guy running. Oh, can you hear that? Here we go. Now once the potential's built up across the exciter coils, we should start getting power. Now at the moment, as you can hear, that everything's just running. As soon as that exciter coil kicks on the AVR, it will slow right down. Okay, now do you hear that? The motor's slowed down, and the LED has came on the AVR board. So now what I'll do is we'll test for voltage there. We'll see what we got. And it looks like this is running too slow, so I'll turn up the speed on the DC motor. Sounds pretty good. Listen now, I want to test the voltage. Alright, so they're about 300 volts there. 300 volts there, 300 volts there. So now we've got voltage coming out of the alternator, but we have to put them fuses back in to see if this thing lights up again. Anyhow, let's see what the actual RPM on the alternator is with the aid of this machine here. It's moving around. What does this one say? 597. Okay, that makes more sense. So it's real handy to know what the revs are on this unit. So what I'm going to do now is turn off the power, put the fuses in, and see what happens then. The next thing to do is troubleshoot, which would involve this panel here, because that's where the fuses are going to. Let's look in here. Oh, look at all this stuff here. Look at that, incredible. So what I'm going to do is disconnect this out from the circuit and take it indoors and do some troubleshooting. That's okay. This is just part of the adventure. You know, if everything went smooth, it'd be too easy, so we'll just look at this as part of the challenge to be surmounted.